What's up YouTube, Jackson Hubble here, and I've finally finished it. The baby trap is ready to come on live, and so I'll do a quick account overview to show you what I'm at, where I'm at, and this is an untested trap. Big shout out to Chris the Trap for giving me the motivation to and the inspiration to build this. I'd not really considered a baby trap until I saw Chris's videos, and good job, my friend. So now, here's my version of the trap, and so these are the this is the gear I'm using. I have this is not a free-to-play account. It is not free to build a trap account. Anyone thinks it is, you're going to be sitting a very long time. Yes, you'll end up having a lot better gear and more jewels and better jewels. I have taken the steps to add a few things. Now you'll notice I don't have a lot of jewels, so I've thrown in some defensive jewels just to beef up whatever it is I can, and I've filled spaces with even some gray spots because frankly I'm scared to death. I think I'm going to get crushed. Watching Chris's video, he makes it look easy, and I think I've done a good job, and I'll show you my troop count here shortly. And using the Indulgent Visage, these are the jewels. I don't even want to guess how much money I've spent. Probably in a number that's embarrassing, but I'm finished. I'm going to spend another penny on this thing. Feel free to gift me things, folks, because I am done. I've spent everything I can on this thing. Yes, okay, a 1% ranged attack jewel. That's what I have. I wanted to fill the space. You'll notice I've got some defensive jewels in there. Not the greatest stats for these things. I've done what I can do. Again, even green. Now, I am castle level 16. So, I don't have these extra slots. I have no choice but to fill it in with what I have, and I have added some pieces of gear that later on might come into play if I decide that the baby trap wasn't working for me, or if I decide to take this further. I've at least started on some pieces of gear that will come into play later, such as you know, the decadent sword, things like that. And you'll notice I'm using my sacred broadsword instead of the fiery tomahawk. Would I fool more people with the tomahawk? Probably, because they're going to see the sacred broadsword and know that I've spent money and maybe suspect I'm more of a trap. My might is definitely higher than Chris's. I'm at 23 million. He's under 20 million. And I account that because I've decided to probably add a few more troops. So let's go to the troop count. And grunts. I've put 10k in here because I'm going to use those as kind of bait. I'll send those out to farm tiles, and I'll be able to shield these or shelter these quickly if somebody is coming in, so that I get less of a morale drop from those guys going down fast. And then, of course, as an infantry phalanx, my gladiators then step forward and fill the gap, and we'll take the hit. So I've got 1.2 million gladiators, and I've decided to go with more T2 ranged, just to add a little more firepower. And I think that's, of course, what has given me the extra might. Not a lot more might, but... And I have a full 2.5 million T1 ranged, along with 1 million cataphract. Now, I know Chris keeps 1.5, 1.6 million. Hopefully this doesn't make the difference, and hopefully my range can kind of fill the gap there. It's going to be a test. We'll see what happens, and I'll make adjustments as needed. So I have 5,050,000 troops. Should be pretty good. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Yeah, I'm just finishing the last hospital build to 16 now. That'll be finished long before KvK starts. And I think I'm going to end up topping out at whatever. It's going to be 336,000 bits. So if anyone does more damage than that, I'm in trouble. Of course, I will be avoiding T4 hits. I'm looking for smaller 30, 40, 50 million, 60 million mite people for now while I test this thing out to hit me and build up my confidence. I've taken out, I've kept some small buildings in here because, you know, you have to be a bit self-sufficient as a baby trap because, one, if you get rallied, you don't want to be, you're going to leave your guild, and the resource gifts aren't going to be there. So I keep a few for now. I don't think that the 23 million mite is going to scare too many people away. And if later on I feel it's too much, and I'm successful as the baby trap, I will remove all of these buildings just to drop even more mite. So, and I've got the familiar stuff over here, but I've kept it to a minimum. Just don't want to get too much. So now, what else can I tell you about a baby trap? Let's see, well, that's about all I can think of at the moment. Just post your questions down below. I might actually just take this out for a spin. I've got about 11 hours left on my shield. Well, 12 hours on my shield, but I think I might take it out for a spin since I'm kind of killing some time in between work here. Let's take a look at what my talents are, just to show you here. Everything's just straight down the center again. I don't know if this is the right mix. I kind of missed the squad health. I probably should put some more to that, but I've just filled it from the bottom up, and I've focused on ranged and infantry. It's enough. Let's take a look at what the actual percentages are. It's pretty pathetic. I can't believe this actually is going to work if it does, because these numbers are terrible. Laugh at me, comment. Chris, if you're watching this, please send me a link so I can look at what your stats are currently, so I can compare. Hopefully we're similar. 149, 138, 73. I'm out of my mind here. We'll see. Okay, well, wish me luck, folks. I'm going to go test this thing out. KvK starts in about 13 hours, so everyone have a great KvK. I hope to have some great videos. Jackson Hubble out. Lose some, win more.